Welcome to Kullchr. Oh, y'all just got. Oh, okay.
Speaking about the same things. I ain't used my deep freezer until I got gas in there. That bad boy full.
Oh yeah. That's how it is. But shoot, man, I don't know. Do you said you listen to podcasts, right?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have in the past. It's been a little difficult since I have a lot of stuff going on, but I have in the past.
I was listening, man. I listened to a lot of Joe Budden and a lot of the podcasts that spawn off of him. And man, they talk about the same shit. Like for real, they talk about the same shit. Well, it's like once you start building up your audience, and it's just like getting followers and stuff on Instagram and all of that, and any company can come in and say, hey, like Spotify, and just make us an offer to feature our show on Spotify. Or let's just say we're doing these podcasts and we got a lot of followers, and you got a company that you want us to say, hey, Marilyn have this product right here. She can be reached at this, that, and the third. This is what this product do. Hey, these glasses is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, for us to run your ad on our show, we got, you see what I'm saying? So that it can be something huge now, but I mean, it just like everything else, it take time. Depends on the hustle.
I know you see her video where she done branded out doing weaves and lace fronts, so it's like.
So what y'all think about the weed industry now? Because you recording? Just start recording whenever you. The weed industry is like really booming, man. Like, no. I ain't talking about on the street level. We know it's booming on the street level.
Honestly, my take on it is this: if I could, I would. I personally don't see anything wrong with it, but it's kind of. I had a 20-year-old son. Mm-hmm. Like, Kullchr has been smoking since he's been. I'm gonna go ahead and reach out there. Now, I would say I would reach as far as 14. But now, the problem I have with it is the same thing that I was doing with alcohol at one time. It's something for most people that you think you can handle, because I know people that drink and they drink. What's the word I'm looking for? Recreationally. On the weekend, they may just drink on the weekend. But I started small. Then it was like every day I got off from work, I had to have 2 deuces.
Right.
And then it went from the 2 deuces. Then I gotta chase it with the at that time it was Absolute.
Sound like you talking about something. What you're saying, because I'm getting the movement from the wife over there.
And then before you know it, you start to look at it as a way of medicating whatever day-to-day stresses you're dealing with, and that's why you have to watch it. And I think he started. Probably peer pressure pushed him to do it, and then he used it to medicate whatever stresses he thought I was putting him through.
You know what? This is good for me, because I told y'all about that 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a complete 360 for him.
Yeah.
It was like I know what year this started, but I don't know what.
You don't know what was the trigger.
Right.
You don't know the trigger.
And then when I mentioned drug tests, he got defensive.
They have. Well, I know you know that, but at home drug tests.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I told Sri, I was like, yo, go get a drug test. And we finna, and he was like, I ain't gotta take no drug test. I ain't smoking no weed.
In your house, you got no drug test. No.
Right.
If you living in my house and I tell you you gotta take a drug test, piss test, whatever, we gonna do it.
Right.
Unless you can find somewhere else to live. Now we knew. And what was it?
A tons load of lighters. I find them every day.
Not just that. I mean, he
bucket of lighters from my child.
he ran into a situation where he had been expelled from the high school, the local high school that he was attending, and he was at an alternative school, and they did a search of his book bag, and he had weed residue in his book bag, and I'm like, son, at the school. Do you know really how bad that can get for you? Well, nah, I ain't know it was in the, and it was, and then of course he went to deny it wasn't his, and one of his buddies put it in his book bag, but come to find out it was his. You know what I'm saying? That's another path I think you kind of go down to, the path of denial. You have a substance abuse problem and you really don't know how serious it is until for some people it's too late. It's a little sore for me now, but
what it's doing.
Let me know, because like I said, I could be learning a lot from you right now.
What it's doing to him, how it's taking him from.
Well, I mean, see, that's not the same for everybody. It took away his motivation. It took away his.
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
I
never saw that from you.
Right.
I never, and see, for me, even when I was doing whatever I was doing, that didn't take away my motivation, but I saw how it could have led to
type of mixture now in the
Yes.
Well, see, and
mixture.
I'm okay. I'm not, because there's so many different type of strands.
Yeah.
Or strains.
wait
or
a
whatever
minute.
they wanna call it.
It's only 2 strands.
But I mean, indica sativa. Is that what you're saying?
Indica and sativa.
Sativa. But I mean, what I say like flavors.
Okay. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah.
Okay, so your subs off of the sativas. Okay,
But that's
like
what I'm
the
saying.
Dro and
One pretty
stuff.
much gets you high. One pretty much can get you low, make you sleepy and stuff like
Right,
that. One
right.
makes you energetic. But he smoked some real potent stuff.
Yes, he on that gas.
Yeah, I mean, when you come in the house,
He on that gas.
it's in his clothes so heavily it permeates the house, man.
It ain't funny, but let me tell you. Let me tell you what happened to me. One of my classmates sold me some real good weed one time, and it had me like really tripping. I was talking to my dogs. I was telling them I was finna die.
But
and all this shit. And
I still remember a story about that when we were drinking one time.
I thought my classmate had sold me the ooh wee.
But he did say
He
something
sold
when
me
you
the
like,
ooh
oh,
wee.
wait.
But guess what? But check this out. So when I was telling the story, like saying, "Hey man, that shit that had me doing whatever," they weren't worried about me. They was wondering where I can get that from.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Wow.
see, that's the thing too. Even with all these designer drugs, Miley, of course, all the pills and stuff they take, they're not worrying about the side effects and possibly dying from it. They just want to know how I can get that high.
That's crazy.
And you got kids out here. That man, I remember, we thought it was something when I first got to college about funneling. You take a funnel, you alcohol down your throat. And,
yeah.
But now they doing it in their ass.
Exactly.
They funneling in their ass, cuz.
It absorbs faster.
Yeah, it absorbs into your bloodstream faster. You didn't know about that?
Time out. Let me take my headphones off.
Why you gotta take?
No, because I ain't hearing y'all.
No, put them back on
I ain't hear y'all.
because the absorption rate in your sphincter is a lot faster than it is by drinking it. Huh? Say what?
The gases and you getting hot.
So they using the same funnel?
Come on, man. I ain't saying
No,
that.
I'm just saying. But it's got the. I'm just saying. So it's just a one. So this just.
Instead of in the mob, you just straighten the ass right now. You
Wow.
know what I'm saying? Can I really talk like that?
Yeah.
I mean, you just straighten the ass right now. Yeah. And
Man.
you pour it up, whatever you want.
Exactly.
Now the vodka, I'm pretty sure the vodka burn, but just beer, all off in there.
That's fucking amazing.
I'm serious. But I mean, but see, that's the thing too. How quick can I get there? And then rushing that heightened experience. I mean, you could damage your body. You could wreck your whole shit. Just mess it up.
That's the first time I heard that one.
It's a lot of stuff and I guess it can be, what is it, geographically? They may do stuff in South Georgia that they do different up here. They may do stuff in the city that they do different in New York that they do different in LA, whatever. But these kids are coming up with some very inventive ways of getting high. Yeah,
man, that's great. Cause see, I ain't trying to promote it,
right?
But it's a lot of like I stopped smoking for a long time, and yeah, I stopped smoking for a long time, and then when I started back smoking, like a lot of stuff started going right for me.
But see, it was the context you were imbibing in. See, that's the thing. See, it's different when you're using it as a Band-Aid versus you're using it as
no. I was using it to get my mind.
Yeah, but you were already. I guess the.
You went through the storm, so now you can calm yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's almost like okay, I'm gonna use this, and like I said, it's still fresh for me. If I start drinking now, I just lost my brother January 2nd. He was murdered. I'm gonna continue to say that and push that. If I start drinking now, it's gonna be to numb that pain. Versus whereas when he was living, I was drinking because I enjoyed the social activity surrounding it.
And the taste of it.
Look at that. Look at that top that message he sent me. What time he sent that message to me?
Wow, we need to get this podcast.
Look at the date right up there. Oh. You know what I'm saying? Like when I woke up and started hearing a lot of that, I was like, what in the hell?
So that's why I look at things a lot different now. It's in the context in which you do things. And actually, when we went to church last Sunday, and I know people have different religious beliefs and religious stances and how they feel about heaven, hell, whether it is true or not, whether Jesus' name is actually Jesus or it's Esho, or whatever you want to call him. But I just feel like when you have a certain context and when you do things, that determines the outcome of it.
Gotcha. So you wouldn't let weed be one of those things you turn to?
Not as of right now, because of where it probably would take me.
What about, okay, so you have that feeling about it
because I know me.
Because I know I'm talking about the money part of it.
But see, that's the thing too. And I'm gonna speak on integrity a little bit, and I guess I'm gonna piggyback off this because I saw a little snippet this morning where Steve Harvey was talking to Monique about some of the comments she made back in the day. Seen that. And she made a comment on something about the integrity of pretty much what people would do for money. How far will you go? How far will you do? I'm not gonna say demoralize, or how far will you demean your character to receive a certain amount of money? Because I'm gonna be honest. Let's say right now, $3 million a piece, or we splitting this or what? Whatever.
Yeah, it's life changing. But like money can be a life changing thing.
But the content has to be this, and this. Okay, right. What will I sacrifice for that money? A compromise in myself for that money. And I think we, not just people in general, but especially as black people, we have to take back a lot of our moral character and get our moral compass back to where it should be, because we're being robbed, not just in Africa, but especially over in the United States. Right. Talent, creativity, wherever you want to call it. I mean, we're just being robbed.
So
intellectually,
I'm gonna throw something at you, and a light bulb probably gonna pop up in everybody's head in here when I say this. But even though I came up with this, even though I thought of this, and I laid out. I wrote everything out.
Right. Blueprint.
These sex dolls. No. Serious. This is a serious conversation right here. This serious. Not this serious. These sex dolls. So have you heard of the sex dolls?
Yes, I have heard of.
Have you seen them, Marilyn? Have you seen them?
I haven't seen them.
Have you seen them? Okay, these dolls are life size. Feel like
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
And they cost upwards of $20,000.
Okay, it's wrong, right? It's wrong. You're right. It's wrong.
That's the first thing.
So is prostitution,
The
right?
context.
See, I'm going somewhere. I'm
Like
going
I'm
somewhere.
saying, like I'm saying,
I'm
the
going.
context. The context.
I'm going somewhere.
Like I'm saying,
Go
the
ahead, let me
context.
finish.
So we know it's nasty. That's
All
just
I'm
wrong.
gonna say is I'm gonna blow this out the water when y'all get done. Y'all do your thing.
Now,
Do your thing.
what? Now, why? What would make me? Okay, like I said, even though I came up with this, I talked to people about this. I was really considering it. Then I thought about my kids.
Okay.
Why can't I get? They cost about $2,500 a piece.
Whoa.
So why can't I just go and buy me about 5 or 6 of them? Get me a spot downtown. Get online, cause it's a lot of dudes want to fuck these dolls out here. Trust me, it's a lot of them out here. I'm not playing. I'm serious.
I know, but that's the thing. You
And you rent them out. You rent these dolls out.
That's like the pocket
You
pussy.
laughing.
That's like the pocket pussy, Terrence. I mean, you know, hey,
You
hey,
rent
man, you
them
go
out.
there,
They
hey,
can't
man, go
afford-
bang this thing out. Good.
They can't.
Afford to buy 'em.
They can't afford to buy them, but you can
You rent 'em out.
$50 an hour.
Terrence, he busting in the dog. What,
We
you
got
cleaning it out?
we have a team. When that dog, we put it in the Uber.
Okay.
We put it in
Oh, you
the we
in the
put it in the
Uber
Uber or the Lyft. We send it to them. When they through with it, we got a bag that they put this doll in. So and when it come back to the shop, we get the
You
doll
clean
out,
it, steam
and
clean
we
it.
got a team of these probably folks because they do some pretty good,
Yeah.
they
you
do some pretty
sanitize
good
the
service.
doll.
Sanitize, and she back online. She ready.
But you know what though? I can but check this out. I'm gonna tell you why I can understand that, because you got dudes out here that'll run a train on the chick.
Exactly.
So what's the difference? And this dog, she plastic, so you ain't catching nothing.
But the thing is, start watch. I ain't saying don't start watching, but if you do a little research, you will see that it's a lot of dudes want to fuck these dolls
2
out
Chainz
here.
had it on
Right.
And these were, I think these were like $20,000 dogs. They would talk to you and everything.
Right, yeah.
Okay, but this is my thing
It's
with
a
that.
business.
Yeah.
But now I understand what you're talking about.
Okay.
Why you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't. You don't look at the money part of it because of.
But let me put a little caveat in with that, about context or whatever. Let's say if you're using it as an educational tool. You got a class, you want to teach somebody that didn't know about the female anatomy that well.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of using a real woman, you use the doll. You teach them about the G spot, the clitoris.
Who we teaching this to?
But I mean, it's a lot of guys out there don't know what they doing.
Go into the
It's a lot of guys out there don't know what they doing, and they think, and the women. I'm gonna say this about women. Women are fooling these guys. Oh, you doing it? You
All the
they don't
oohs and
know.
ahs. Okay.
And
wow.
they don't even know what part is what.
I don't even know when I found out what a click was.
But that's what I'm saying. The
Right,
context.
right.
That's what I'm saying. Now it depends on what is your motivation behind it.
Okay.
But I understand that from a business standpoint. That is a great idea. If you keep it just a business.
Yeah,
But you cannot indulge in that.
Oh no!
But you have people that do that. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and bang one of these dogs.
No, but I
test
feel
my
you.
product out all the time.
But I can't see myself doing it. I can't see myself opening the business because of my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how Hugh Hefner did it. Do he have kids or whatever? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he does.
So and that's what I was getting from what you were saying about the weed when I was saying it's money.
But I mean, why would you look at it as though? I mean, I understand as far as being a family man, you like, nah. I don't
You have
want
to
my
look
kids
at
to see that.
everything as a cause and an effect.
Yeah.
What's the cause and what will it affect?
I see on my next one. I'm gonna have to get me 2 more mics. I'm gonna have 2 more mics.
And then let's say if you already dabbling in nymphomania, you may get that dog hell, and you get that son of his bike. She ain't got no legs. She got bite marks on her.
Make so much money off it, you can replace it.
No. See. Listen. You do you hear what?
And then you got insurance.
Do you hear what man?
And then you got insurance.
I'm gonna show you
And
something.
deposits.
These dogs right here, and see, I said $50, but they probably starting out at like $70 to $80 an hour,
Depending on
right?
the demand on
And
it, you
the more
can
when
increase the fee. me.
The more wear and tear they got, they go. Oh, so you couldn't afford the 70, 80. We got one for 40, 50.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now they for sale. Now you can buy this.
But what's gonna be your advertising? I mean, like, hey, this thing gets super wet. I mean,
oh no, we gonna send all the lube and everything. Don't take away the lube, man.
I mean, you getting off? I guess not. I mean, you got dudes to be dry handing around.
But now I'm gonna take you back to what we was talking about the other morning. I was going down sitting there. This shit like rung in my head. Like you mentioned it to a mutual friend of ours about things that I was trying up here, and it was like, oh, I don't think that'll work. You gotta try something.
And my son act like he can't. That's something he's trying to do. He act like he can't even get right if he ain't blow before he go in the studio.
He do music. Yeah. Oh, okay.
He does something along the lines.
How is he? Like, look. You know how I am about music now, because I was in the music till I was damn near 35.
Okay, this is my thing about. All right, and here's another topic. This is my thing about music today. Knowing what I know about hip hop and where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
I remember knowing the artist just by hearing a few lyrics, a few verses.
Mm-hmm.
Now you almost, if you can't catch his voice, you don't know who's rapping. You know who's writing for who.
You're right.
That's what I'm saying. And anybody can be writing for anybody. And that's the type of flow that he has. That's what staccato type beat where they're stumbling and
so
the mumble.
Is that called a trap music?
Yes.
It's trap music.
I don't know if it's trap / mumbles.
It's trap music.
But I mean, my thing, trap music to me is, now I can get down with Jeezy. I can get down with T.I. I could even get down with who else?
But you gotta been went there. You gotta been in the trap. You gotta live out the trap. If you ain't never woke up in no dope house from selling dope or something like that, you ain't been in the trap.
See, that's the thing. Just what we was talking about earlier. They found a way to monetize the negative experience and make it and glorify it and make it seem like it's something that got me to where I am. And in most cases it did, but a lot of people died doing that.
Oh yeah.
And have died doing it. And I mean, that's one thing now. I want to go to the trap museum real bad. But I heard a brother online, I ain't gonna say a brother. If I'm not taking this out of context, once again, nice word I've been liking to use the whole day. Ice Cube said he couldn't really see himself. I think it was Ice Cube said he couldn't really see himself going to it because of where he was from in the crack era. Going to the museum.
Oh, the museum
to see, because he feels like it glorifies something that he grew up in the 80s and he saw what crack did in LA, in the city, Compton and stuff. So you like, man, what the fuck that?
Right.
I mean, I saw this shit tear up families. I saw this.
Who did the trap museum? That's T.I.
That's T.I.
T.I. But see where we from. We saw the dope boys do something different. So once again, I can see the take on it from that aspect. We saw some of the dope boys, not all of them, but some of them give back.
So if we knew what we know now, as far as land, as far as owning shit, would you have did it different? Like
probably not.
Like because you used to. I think I probably got my second job or something with this guy right here at Captain D.
And I still remember that night.
And I ain't last 2 hours.
Hey, man. Hey. No, it was me and Donabug. It was me, you, and Donabug.
Was it? Yeah.
Me, Terrence, and Donabug. And me and Donabug didn't last long either. He like, man, I can't keep making it up here, man. He ain't getting the job harder. Me and Donabug looked around in the bike door. Oh,
I did it right here to him. I'll let y'all, man.
We went to the back door, looked down. He was jogging, looking back like this.
Couldn't do it. And I ain't still net. I'm just gone. I want to be away from them.
He jumped in the muzzle and he caught out. I was like, oh, man. So much going on.
So now I'm 42 years old. And I'm realizing that, hey, I could have bought me a piece of land.
Yes.
Back then, and been good, still good, been worth something.
Yeah.
It's all about, if you don't own nothing, you ain't worth nothing. You got to own something
I
now.
don't think you really ever own anything, though. I think it's just, you borrowing it for a while.
You know what I'm saying, though.
I mean, because even when you pay a house off, if you don't pay the taxes, they can.
Right. That the same way with your car.
But see, my thing with this, I guess we're we polar opposite. My family still owns land back home. Her uncle owned land. Mm-hmm. My grandma, the whole block we stay on, she owned that whole block.
That whole block.
My dad owns that house, that greenhouse, that house beside that house. Mm-hmm. Down the street, my grandmother owns, I think it'll probably be a half an acre or whatever. I think totally she probably has or had, I don't know who's over it now, but I think 10, 15 acres total she owned throughout the city. So I understood it growing up, but I also understood she was also on hard work. Mm-hmm. I mean, because her thing was, you can let that make money for you too. You can let that make money and you can go and make you some more money. Because a lot of people say, well, I probably would get lazy. But we got some stuff we gonna work on. I'm just gonna give a little, we gonna get us we gonna get us a spot. We gonna build us some units. Yes. And we gonna rent them out.
Right.
And I'm not talking about no 2-3 units. We gonna, probably 20 unit building.
Right.
But I'm still gonna work.
Okay.
Because to me, that gives, just me personally, that gives me a sense of normalcy.
Right.
No matter how big my bank account gets, I have to have a sense of normalcy. Me getting up every day, clocking in, clocking out, just me personally. That gives me a sense of normalcy. But now, when I get to the point, and it's coming in the next few years, when I can get to the point I can say, fuck it, I ain't going to work no more. I mean, I like having that choice. But, just to me, it keeps me grounded. But like I say, all these are just personal choices. I'm not going to say personal choices, but yeah. But I mean, but all these are just personal observations that I've made in my own life. And I mean, me sharing them with people, if that helps somebody, if I know it's going to be people that don't agree with it, but I mean, this is just something that has helped me walk this walk of life. And it may be for some people, it may not be for other people. So, I mean.
Nah, I've seen things that way too, but I've always retracted back into something off the wire happens and then forces me to go along that path.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you always got the exception. It's always going to be the exception. I mean, out of 99 times, it's that one, which will be that 100th, is going to be something different. I mean, so, you just have to take it for what it's worth. That's why these are, I just say that was the disclaimer. These are opinions. Even if you can find facts that may back them up, it still will be the exception. There's going to always be an exception to the rule somewhere that may not go along that same vein that this works like this and it's supposed to go like this, but everything is not going to go the same. But that's just like now, I think going around now, they have this thing, they teaching, flipping houses. And I think the first time I tried to get in it with a buddy of mine, Rodney Ville, and I think Nedrick.
Yeah.
And what they were talking about doing was getting deeds. Like it was like a lot of property on like the I think your local courthouse. You can go down, like people don't pay taxes or whatever.
That don't pay their taxes,
so all you got to do is pay the taxes and you get the property.
Yours.
But see, the thing, what I was finding out, when you go down there on the courthouse steps on Tuesday morning, when they see you down there, they'll run the price up because they know you can't afford it, and they can have a line of credit at the bank. The bank will front them the money.
And let's just make it clear, you pointing at me. So you're meaning a brown-skinned
black
person.
People.
A person of color.
Yeah, and that's like I said the other day, just because, and this is just my contention on it. I know people gonna differ from this. You got a bunch of people in here in Atlanta making money off of it, but we can form a corporation and do it. But just because they let you play the game, to me it don't mean that.
It don't mean shit.
And that's just me. Just because you let me sub in and out, I mean, you already done scored all the points.
They let you play a lot of games out there.
Yeah, but that's at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, that's it. Because see that paper money, that'll fade away.
Listen, man, that's the name of the game. You're playing the game.
Exactly.
Once you start owning the game,
Come on.
That's what I'm saying.
Once you become the owner of the game of the team,
that's what I'm saying.
When it matters.
That's why playing the game don't really mean anything to me. Because like I said, you really don't own shit. And then when you do, then it's a problem.
Yeah. See, I'm just like I say, I'm just at that point now, man, where it's like.
Well, that's just like the government with eminent domain. You think you own some land and they come through and say, you know what?
Oh, we want to build a road through here.
Yeah. or we found a natural gas pocket on your land.
No, I've dealt with that.
We gon' eminent domain. This us. Get the fuck on.
Cleveland and Cleveland Clinic, biggest hospital there. Came through. My street was on one of their projected buildings. So you can either get bought out, or they can deem it as city property.
Exactly.
And you gone.
So that's what I'm saying. So you ain't really got no choice. I don't want to move, so you know how to get the fuck on.
So
one way or
they
the
could
other.
just really offer you whatever they want to offer something,
yeah.
and it ain't even got to be fair.
But for some people now, I work with some guys, and I think out in Alabama, they got a lot of natural gas lines out in Alabama. Now, and they put some natural gas. They put some natural gas wells in on this lady's property he was telling me about. Now, she gets a nice kickback every month off of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like he said, she get like $20,000 a month for each well.
Wow.
But how much are they making off of that? If they giving me 40, but she has 2 on the land. If you giving me 40, how much are you making?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So you letting me play the game, but you don't want me to own this shit. So they just giving you a percentage. So that's what I'm saying. Me just letting me play ain't never been enough. And if I can't own it, I really don't give a damn about it.
That's why y'all seen that dough swing in that damn KDs, man. I'm for real, man. I ain't never like to play that game.
But see, the thing is, you was always real about that. That's what I tell people. Anytime, and this just about anybody I fuck with, even my wife. Anytime you meet you, I know what to expect. You ain't gonna front, you ain't gonna put on, you gonna be you no matter what. Fuck everybody else. So I always knew, man, Terrence ain't about that work. But Terrence will sit down and Terrence will figure out how to get some money.
Yeah. Like for real.
And get some money. I'm talking about get some money. And you be like, damn, say that like I used to call it low. I say, damn, low, that shit, that what it is. Let me go clock in. Let me go make this 5:15. Then you come back, Terrence it over there something like this.
Man,
and he got it.
So now that you know what I'm saying, we talking like that 17-year-old of mine. I asked him, we was going to Osceola the other day, and I asked him, and you know, he in the car with us, so he ain't got no choice but to talk to me now. Yeah. He can't go in the room and close the door. He can't make me scream to the top of my voice for, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I wanted to ask him the question that I really wanted to know. Yeah. Why don't you respect me?
I want to hear that response.
What did he say?
Because I know he respect you, but it's something else. Or am I wrong?
He said, I don't know.
I mean, does he know himself? Because but this is why I say that. I may have, and I'm gonna say this publicly. I'm gonna get publicly. I'm gonna get this. I may dislike a lot of stuff my father has done. Mm-hmm. I may have disagreed with a lot of stuff that he did. But I respect my father as a man.
That's a choice.
See, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. That's the choice.
Because of the shit you've done for him, that deserves respect.
That's where because he see how I get out here and get it.
You're here.
He see how I get out here and get it.
But you're here.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's not by herself.
Right.
That's that now black men with a black family.
Let me stand in defense of him for just 1 second.
In defense of who?
Him just for 1 second, because
I read.
Yeah, because you.
Yeah, I gotta stand in defense for him too.
Yeah, because you have to play both sides in order to get a better view about something. Play both sides. Now, ask yourself, and I ask myself, what have I done for what have he saw me do in order for him to disrespect me? Mm-hmm. It's a lot of stuff we do in our relationship that we don't know what they see and what we're going through. Verdi, you know, it took us a long time to get on one path.
But it's still a choice.
I think that's what it is.
But
man.
it's still a
we
choice.
Argued a lot.
But it's still a choice.
But he asks why. That could be why. Maybe he's choosing not to respect him.
But he didn't know.
He do know. He's just not telling him the right answer. Okay. He knows. He don't think that his dad can handle the truth of him knowing.
So he chose to lie to him.
I feel like that too. I really do. I feel like that too.
Beast. Because now he got that explaining.
Oh, so he feel like it'd be some retaliation if you say
right.
this is
Right. Even after I tell him, yo, look, listen, this is we talking now, man. I want you to be honest with me, and this is what I tell you.
Honesty hurts, though.
Hey,
honesty hurts.
But I mean, it makes you stronger. It may break you down.
But everybody can't handle honesty.
He, even though he said he don't or he don't know, he actually do, because it's like the respect level is there. It's like, okay, I'm feeling this way. But from what I see, and he doesn't understand, but I respect him enough that I don't want us to come to that conflict of what I.
But it's
saying.
already you're fostering. Okay, you're fostering conflict by not addressing it. My opinion.
okay.
Now maybe he feels like if I never talk about it, it can be the elephant in the room all day long. We just gonna keep that over there in the corner, and we just gonna hopefully move around
he
some
feel
kind
like
of way.
If he addressed it, he opened more cans of worms.
But the elephant getting bigger and bigger in the room, and it ain't gonna be no room. It ain't gonna be no room in the room.
Know that. We know that. He doesn't know that.
So as a man, though, he is a young man, and you a man yourself, and it's like when that elephant in the room, it's like, okay, what we do, we either attack or run, and it's like he like, okay, yeah, we got this elephant in the room, but
he doesn't want to do.
So you saying that's his way of always neutralizing the tension, by him not addressing it.
This happened
because he's not at a mental stage yet to.
Did you let that answer stay there? Did you not?
I asked him this question Friday night when we was going to Osceola.
Okay.
That's the last time I done talked to him. That's the last time we done talked to each other. Did you see him talk to me? Did you hear him say excuse me?
He shook my hand, so he has some respect value in him.
Oh, yeah. No. Okay, check this out. I know he got respect in him because whenever he get around somebody else, yes sir, no sir, no, yes ma'am, no ma'am.
See, that's why I like open thing. You know, look, this is my thing. I think he respects you.
Huh?
My opinion.
He know that.
I think he respects you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He respects. He just don't.
But when he
what
said
you asked for, he don't know how to do it.
He probably
okay. We ain't spoke since Friday night.
But he probably
it's Thursday.
But he probably doesn't know how to.
I see the look on your face.
He probably don't know how to. And I mean, cause that's a whole nother.
No, you
thing.
did. It's the same thing I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with that with my son.
I pretty much told. Well, I say he talked to me. I pretty much told my son, hey man, look. You gotta get your shit. You gotta get your shit. You gotta pretty much get the fuck on. I mean, you 20 years old. I said the longer you stay here, the longer it's gonna take you to figure out what. And this is just me. What you need to fail in life, so you know not to fail from it again. And I say that by this. He moved out one time before, and I think when he got a glimpse of what life was like, he was like, "Fuck that, I'm going back home."
Can I take my headphones off and ask this question?
Go ahead.
What made them think they can stay in my goddamn house and not talk to me?
I can answer that. The damn law. The law.
Cause they done been
the
here.
only reason she said
they done
is,
been here.
I tried to put my son out.
And they came out there and they told
called the law.
And maybe this is, I don't know if this is Georgia law, or maybe it was just
it's Georgia law.
Yeah,
they done
we
been
had
here.
to get him evicted.
We have to evict.
I say,
They done been here.
I say, how the fuck I got evicted out of my house? If he has nowhere to go,
get one piece of mail.
But check this out.
Get one piece of mail at the house. You got evicted.
But see, that's the bigger problem. That's the bigger problem. They make it where just me. You know, you have to work it out in the house, I guess, which is a good thing. But if violence is incited, then they come and lock somebody up, and then that causes him to go act out in society. Then they got a place for him. So that's just a cycle.
That's what I'm scared of. I'm so scared.
And that's why I let mine come back, because something in me didn't want him to come back. But when I heard my son on that phone, it was a sense of urgency in his voice. Like, if I stay out here, somebody gonna kill me. And when he came back home, we had to have a real talk. And I told him, I said, however you moving in these streets, whatever you doing in these streets, I said, I'm gonna tell you, I say, shit come back on you. Now, all you can do now is control. I ain't gonna say you control that, because that's one thing about it. You're free to make the choices, but you're not free to decide how the consequences are unfold.
Right.
But you can just try to mitigate how your past comes back on you. Cause this dude was literally scared to stay out on his own. He had, cause I mean, and then some shit went down. He was talking about folks coming down to Lake Park we live at, shooting each other. I said, no. I say, I'm outside with that thing, waiting.
Right.
I'm in the window with my thing.
I'm serious, because he talking about what happened. He was in Valdosta, and I dropped him off at a little store he like to get dropped off at. A dude came in the store with a different color rag and pulled a gun on him.
So your
dude
son flying the rag? He flying?
But he don't fly in the house. But
you know he fly.
But this the thing. You ain't built for that. I know you ain't built for that. And the
I know
people
what you
that
mean.
represent it,
I know what you mean.
and the people that represent it really don't want to rep it, but they do it because that's the way. You wouldn't even come up in there. I can understand if I was like that, and I turned you on to it. You don't live in an environment where you even have to do that to survive.
Right.
Now you trying to make, okay, case in point. 3 years ago, niggas beat him up, took his shoes. Guess what we had to do? Me and her.
We got no shoes.
Guess how we had to go get them?
With the thing.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I mean, but we putting ourselves out there because you out there fucking off.
That's what. See, this is what I'm afraid of.
And then I got to turn
because I know I ain't finna let nobody just treat him any kind of way. I know what he doing to me, but ain't nobody finna treat him any kind of way out there now.
And then I got to turn into something I don't want to turn into.
Right.
Because I know where that go. And ain't no coming back from that. I just experienced that. Ain't no coming back from that. Whatever that situation was, we still don't know. We still waiting. Ain't no coming back from that. And when it's both sides, shit, everybody hurt. So, I mean, if I ain't gotta live like that, I'm not gonna live like that.
Terrence, you still gotta tell me what the answer was. What
I told you what the answer was. He said he didn't know. And I hadn't talked to him. We hadn't spoke to each other.
After he said you didn't say nothing else, you let it ride.
Oh, I tried to get it. I said, you gotta know something. You know, because I told him.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, because I was asking him questions before that.
Yeah.
But I started the question off and I said, hey, I don't want to hear that. I don't know. I don't want to hear nothing short. I need an answer when I ask you this.
Yeah.
But I mean, it may be because it's like I gotta look back at it because I mean, I'm sorry, I got girls that's that age or whatever. So my son ain't there yet. But I look back on it being raised by my mom just alone. It's like a man just coming down, another man coming down on you. You be like, okay, that. It's like that shelter feeling you feel, but it's like
I can understand that because she deals with that a little bit.
Yeah, so I mean, it comes naturally. He knows, he respects you. It's just he don't know how to verbalize.
Cause I'm gonna tell you,
he's not a.
They respected they stepdad, but it was always made known that they would whoop his ass in any given. And that was something I wasn't used to, man. This dude, man, we will whoop his motherfucking ass if he get out of line. I mean, it was that was surreal to me even at that time. But I mean,
couldn't understand.
I just couldn't. But even with that, that's his biological.
But you know what?
And see, for me, that's I can understand if it was the other way around, like you saying. This other dude asking me something like this.
No, I mean, I know, like, cause
You know.
my real father came in trying to play the role like.
But see, he came back.
Yeah.
But
I
far as I know, he been there.
But I've been around, and he stay
I got you. Yeah.
And it's just
Terrence, let me
dealing
ask you
with
this.
outside society and everything like that, because they're in a whole different realm.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta in itself, man. I mean, you know.
Is he totally disrespectful, or he's just not talking to you?
He's smelling himself.
Because I call that disrespectful.
He diving out the deep end.
I have to.
He diving out the deep end.
I have to tell him to take the trash out. Now I took. Oh my God!
Lay it out, Lo. Lay it out. You got your hand thrown up. Lay it out.
Man, listen to me, man.
What?
So a couple.
Hey, what was that? What was that?
Man, I had to get the shakes up out me.
Okay,
So
all right.
when I noticed it happened, now I'm gonna tell you when I noticed it happened. I gave him about $500 one time, cause you know what I'm saying.
He asked for it, you gave it.
No, I just gave it to him because I don't want to see him. I don't want to see his pockets like that.
You don't want him out there reaching.
Right. I don't want him to do what I had to
Go
do.
ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's coming from a different place in itself.
He went
Do
in.
that.
He went and bought him. I told him, look, this is yours. You can do what you want to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
He went and bought him his cell phone. His phone was better than mine until I upgraded.
Right.
His phone was better. He was walking around here with an iPhone 8 just chilling.
But look at we're competing with out there.
No. But just listen now. So after I gave him that, cut his phone on and everything, that's when it started. Now I'm gonna tell you what happened.
I need some more context.
No. I'm finna tell you what happened now. What happened?
I need some more background.
That had to spark his first piece of pussy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what it is.
It had to, because I didn't know that he had his first piece of pussy until October last year. What? And it happened.
Damn, my own money in the video.
But hold on. Let's back up for a minute.
So he's smelling this.
Hold on. Everybody just hold on for a minute. Did he tell you it was good?
He didn't look because see,
it had to blow his socks off. If he
I always done told him, you know what I'm
you
saying?
got to beware that.
To
You
talk
got
to
beware
me.
that that on both ends, man. Because she probably uphill. She
Yeah.
probably top and bottom. She blowed him off. You know what I'm saying?
ain't no
I'm
look.
just saying. I mean,
It ain't no telling.
He probably no.
Everything.
No.
But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know because his mama knew, but I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I always had told. I'm sitting here talking to him. I sit here and talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he
told her?
He had to. She knew before I knew. That ain't what made me mad.
He didn't know.
That ain't what. No, because that's when
Did
I
she
guess.
ask him?
I don't know.
Hey, you a little different. Dude.
I don't know. But so
I don't know about
That's
the
not
boy.
his mom.
yeah,
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Okay.
So
You think about Renata. You.
No, don't come in.
But I'm just saying, you think about Mom.
Mom don't know. Cause
So-
I mean, when you,
That's what I'm saying. Cause my mama knew.
yeah, because when I
My drawers changed. My whole drawers, the drawers I was wearing changed.
Well,
I'm
see-
serious, cuz. I'm serious, cuz.
but that's what I think that's when it happened. But I you know, a lot of people don't know, but I got real sick about 7 months ago.
Yeah, I ain't know about that.
About 7-8 months ago, I got real sick. Like I ain't know what was going on, but my blood pressure was fucking with me, and I was dealing with the stress.
Yeah.
Like my blood pressure was like 211 over.
Yeah, that's deadly.
Yeah,
That's deadly.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So and I ain't never been.
And that's another
thing.
thing. Black people, we as black people, we need to eat right.
Oh yeah,
We
oh,
need
yeah.
this bullshit out here.
Oh yeah,
We need to, you know.
oh yeah, that green shit, that fruity shit, that nutty shit.
I want to go to the slutty vegan while I'm up here. Yes,
Hey.
I want to go. I'm
And
gonna get some
and
of
I was real fucked up.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't walk.
that. I mean, you that bad?
I couldn't walk. I couldn't
Hold
walk.
on, man. You mean you fucked up like that?
I couldn't walk.
Come on, don't lose the focus. Go back to the conversation.
We ain't lost the focus. It's just a little, sidebar. But go ahead, though.
But that was something, you know what I'm saying? Like during that time, me and him
But do you
really
think-
had
but
it out
do you
because
think that
I got so
contributed-
mad with him. I'm trying to walk
do
to
you
get
think
to
that
his
contributed
head.
to your blood pressure?
Oh yeah, I know it
issue?
did. I know it did.
I mean, because-
feeding at you too.
Yeah,
You like,
yeah.
Now it's so you may have been coming off on him aggressive, but because you can't get at him like you want to, because you going through it and it's making you worse, and then it's like he looking at it from the side. It's like, man,
Man,
I mean, I done had a few choke out sessions myself.
oh, it went down. It went
Yeah,
down
yeah,
when it went down
yeah.
when I got good.
Yeah, I mean, I done, yeah.
So I know that's what it was, but my thing is, and I know we had got off of it, got strayed away from it a little bit, but as what's the name, Dave Chappelle and
What you talking about?
Rick James said,
Yeah.
cocaine is a hell of a drug, but I really think weed is playing a big role in this. I ain't had him drug tested. I ain't gave him no drug test yet.
it plays a role in because I mean he's an impressionable teenager. He in this environment we look at it now and we say it ourselves. Conversations we don't have, man, they ain't like we was growing up.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
I
they ain't
mean,
gonna-
and it's like that, like they chase it. Now I ain't gonna lie, like my oldest 17-year-old is a girl. Mm-hmm. Now me, I'm different. Like I know she got her friends smoking everything like that. No, you ain't about to be out in the streets doing that. I'm gonna see how you take it. She blew around me, gave it up, never again. So I knew.
How did I mean, just blowing around you,
No, like
it's
on
over.
her birthday, I'm like, okay, we gonna go. Like, see how you take it.
But I'm saying, like, she was like, I'm done. I mean,
yeah, she was done. Like, I expected, because I'm like, because me being a smoker, I'm like, okay, she gonna hit it, she gonna like that high, and she gonna thing for it.
but see-
But I was like, then when she got it, she was like, they was giggling and stuff like that. They had the little high, enjoyed the stuff, and then she's like, that ain't for me. Like, I don't see it with my friends. But it's all, but see, that I'm talking about a girl now.
Right.
It's like it's all in what their friends influence them.
Right.
What they're around.
Thank you.
Right. And see, I would expect for my son to be a little bit more sharper than that. And I think that's what it is. I expect him to be sharper than what he's showing.
because see, but you would never, and I think that's probably why, because you looking at the root. You really never had any peer pressure on you.
Right. Because I chose my friends wisely.
Because I told her, I said, man, Terrence, from what I know, Terrence was like the first black quarterback in Ozilla. She didn't know.
Terrence, I know you play football.
She didn't
What?
know. I said, man, Terrence was out there slinging that damn thing.
I know nothing about it.
You ain't know I was the first black quarterback in Irwin County?
And didn't want to get no shine. That's what
So
I'm
you
saying.
didn't know I was the first black tennis player to win motherfucking
I knew about
state?
the tennis, but I didn't know about football.
Really?
I'm serious.
And when I told her that, man, that blew her mind. But see, that's the thing.
Because my whole life was basketball.
Right.
I never cared for football.
They had
Although I
they
love football
had
now.
him in the newspaper, man. They had him in the news. They had him brought up in the
Them
news.
crackers wrote a
crackers,
damn
them
article on me.
Them pink
talking.
skins.
They wrote an article on me, man, a real ugly article, you know what I'm saying? Basically saying they needed to make America great again, make Irwin County great again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got the clipping in my in my
Yeah,
book.
but I'm saying,
Yeah.
but they didn't give him no, they didn't give him the shine, they didn't give him the support.
I said, you sure? Terrence plays football?
I seen it.
Yeah.
I seen it.
I swear that was a blurry moment.
That's what I'm saying. I seen it.
That's crazy. Cause see, let me tell you something. The reason I asked you, and I've been meaning to get with some of my classmates to ask them, how far back do you remember me moving to Osceola?
Moving to Osceola from
Yeah.
I remember 7th grade.
From here.
I remember 7th grade. I think 6th or 7th. You was
From here?
You would have been in. You would
I'm
have
not
been
from Osceola.
Yeah, I would have been in.
I thought you was already from
I think. I think I would have been in.
Wait a minute.
I would have been in
You're not
7th.
from Osceola.
Because
No.
because y'all was in that White House over there.
Probably about
I think when I
7th,
first
8th
met you. I think when I first met you.
We was in the White House on
When
Valdosta Avenue.
Yeah,
what is it, Valdosta
No, not
Avenue?
Valdosta, right down there.
What's that? I know what house you talk. Oh, by Mr. Ruben George.
Yeah.
That's what we moved to when we moved from over with my granddad. Because when we moved down, we stayed with my Aunt Jen.
Yeah.
I did not know. So what grade you was in?
I was in the 5th or the 6th grade.
Okay, that's probably about right. That's far as back I can go with.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I say I always thought you was from here, because a lot of time we miss classmates because they be in different classes. You don't get to see them all the time.
Right,
And then you really never pay attention because she didn't even know I was from Osceola until
Golly.
until what?
Hey, look,
19,
we are not.
19.
Hey, Sean, look, we know how big Osceola is. We are not from this big town of where you can lose somebody.
Yeah.
You be in your own world in Osceola. Like, it was big to us.
Well, I mean, it was don't go off the street.
I met
You know what I'm saying?
Vernon.
Literally.
My first time
Don't
I
go off the
met
block.
him was on the tobacco truck. We were going to cross.
And for those people that don't know what the tobacco truck is in South Georgia, you had a summer job and it wasn't in the AC.
I even worked in the field for about 2 hours. My auntie would tell that story today.
It was throwing watermelons. It was cropping tobacco. It was, in her case, she would say, "I didn't crop tobacco, but you know."
I saw him, he got cursed out by me. I say, so you bring your little cute little nephew up here to do a female job? You got all these women down here.
No.
To see? Yeah, I gave it
Well,
to you.
we ain't gonna get off on that, but that's a whole nother story. I mean,
that's just how we met.
that,
We
you
ain't
can
from
say
no
that's
big town.
feminism. You can say that's
We got
that's-
2 red lights.
You can say that's nepotism.
2.
You can say
And they
whatever.
ain't even 200 yards away from each other.
Just round the block from each other.
Yeah, I
Didn't
mean,
even know
like
that.
I say, it's not go off the street.
Wow,
the
that's crazy right there.
I never seen it. Right, that was the first time I laid eyes on him.
That's how my wife was.
And I think I was like 14.
Exactly. 16, I had his baby.
I was 17.
He wanted to make that clear. He wanted to make that clear. He like,
No, I ain't have no baby. I did not have kids that young. I was 18 years old when my daughter was born. I had graduated high school and everything. I had got my diploma and I was on my way to Valdosta State University.
But so did you have like? I know I ran it by you the other day when we were talking. You had anything? Did you jot down some shit that you heard in the news? Because I got just a couple of things. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. I already know.
No, not just besides what Trump is still trying to do with his border wall and.
He's supposed to be signing some shit, right? See,
Yeah, but I mean, he's
so
signing something to
disconnected.
keep the government from shutting down.
Right,
Because
right.
the government only had, I think, as of today, 2 more days to operate.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know really which way he's going to go. They're hoping that he's going to say, oh, fuck, we're going to keep the government open,
Right.
which I think he will. But being the man who he is, I think he would just say, I'm going to pull my trump card and I'm going to shut it down again because I want this wall.
Well, since we're talking Trump presidency and all of this, did we teach our kids something that I wasn't taught?
About
Something have we taught our kids how to vote?
Yeah. My son actually, I took
No.
my son to vote.
Like, don't vote just because somebody black.
I told him
You know
to
what I'm
vote.
saying?
I told him to do the
Okay,
research
okay.
and vote the platform.
I just had to have that talk with a mom.
Vote what they're running on. And even then, because, I had this conversation with Kamala Harris. I had this conversation with someone about Kamala Harris about how she has voted. She was a criminal justice, she was prosecuted in California,
right.
but how the way she has voted has led to the mass incarceration of a lot of black men.
3-count rule.
Yeah.
The three strike.
Yeah. So when she runs for president, do you vote for her just because she's a black woman?
Don't
no.
do that.
So
You're
that's
throwing
why I
away a
say you
vote.
do your research and you vote platform.
That's
That's what we talk about.
That's why Trump is in office.
Yeah, but he
right now.
lied too, though. See, that's what I'm saying. See, we can't, but
got the
we
people-
already know they
He
lie.
spoke their
anyway.
language.
Yeah, you right.
He spoke their language.
Yeah, and he still is.
He's still
and,
speaking
and,
their
and that's
language.
what Washington doesn't understand.
If we ain't
But
careful,
a lot of them that voted for him wish they hadn't.
you're right. But I'm gonna tell you,
he really gonna have to do a little wiggle to get up out of this shit he done got himself, and you can see it.
I don't think he's gonna see any.
So